Jake Moody's got it teed up. And we are underway now from Santa Clara. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The first carry now. This is Williams. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll go play action with Nix. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Nix sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're going. It's Nix rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Purdy now to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Nix throwing on third down. They'll roll him out right. That is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. Rolling to his right. And he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7. Purdy now to throw off the play action. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
49 come up the ball. 49 guys.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Williams. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
On play action, here's Nix.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
To throw, here's Nix.
He'll buy some time right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They run it again with Williams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Nix on 1st down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Williams will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Next to score, Broncos 7, 49ers 0. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch twins. Watch twins. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
That is caught. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Brandon Ayuk, touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 78 yards. And the 49ers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Moody good with the extra point.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have a little bit of time to work with, 35 seconds until the break.
A running play there, going to get 11 as they get a quick first down.
Here's Nix.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Purdy to throw it on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 66 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Moody for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
When you get into the second half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance, and this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out to his left. Looking left sideline, it's complete. A huge play there for Denver. 46 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
Broncos 21, 49ers 14. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Purdy.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
Being chased out left.
And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop, and he's got the 1st down.
They'll set up to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A 2nd down throw for Purdy. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Mason, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Nix. Steps away. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, 58 yards. And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Obviously a huge touchdown for their team, but a big touchdown for a rookie quarterback here to be able to break the tie in the 4th quarter.
And he just shook off all the pressure, too. Because when you think about it, tie ball game, rookie quarterback, most of them are thinking, don't make a mistake. Instead, this young man just said, I'll make a play.
Lutz good on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a return as Ricky Pearsall. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense
See if they can cobble something together on this drive. A good gain there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. This one caught by Kittle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Purdy going to give this one to Mason. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
You pump. Switch. Hawk 70. Kill.
On 2nd down, here's Mason. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Right back to Mason. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, here's Mason. A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
This is 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't, because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Purdy, big 4th down play. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And incomplete here. So that will leave him with 16 on the clock.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
2nd and 10.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On 4th down, Nix flush to his right. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
An absolutely dominating series from that pass rush to record the safety. 3 sacks in a row shouldn't be possible against an NFL offensive line. But there they are, dropping him on 3 straight reps, the last of which came in the end zone for 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
And now how about this? The free kick from the 20 going to be out of bounds. And that, of course, is a penalty.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate. Here we go.
Purdy with one final shot here. This ball intercepted. And the Broncos are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.
thought